If you love games and you watched a movie in the past 10 years, you've probably heard of Marvel Rivals, and Jeff, of course. But before we get into the video, if you're a fan of teaming up for epic moments, you'll love ESG Football, who will be the first 11v11 football game to provide opportunity to cause havoc on the field. They recently announced a beta and have even given me access to the player build, so stay tuned for that. But for now, back to causing chaos with Magik and Hot Lead. Today's video will be about the 3 styles of combat in Marvel Rivals. There's a variety of ways you can play this, no pun intended, hero shooter, which will feel familiar if you ever played Overwatch. Like, very familiar. So before you find yourself cooked behind enemy lines with no way home, we have to go through the best strategies to ensure your reality is the one that your team comes out victorious. To do that, we gotta brush up on the hero class system. Vanguards or tanks generally have offense and defensive abilities and bigger health bars. They're frontline type of guys who push enemies back and defend teammates. Duelists do great amounts of damage in short amounts of time, but lack health to stay on the front lines or on the attack for too long, so they heavily rely on supports for backup or make quick work cleaning up enemies distracted by the big guys. Last but certainly not least, you have your supports, usually affectionately referred to as the healers. They have the means to heal, sometimes revive, and most importantly buff enemies. Why is that important, you might ask?
Jury, executioner!
Because 2 heads is better than 1, duh. Oh yeah, plus team-ups. Rivals has a unique team-up system that allows buffs and unique abilities if a certain 2 or 3 characters are on the same team at any given time, that allows for unique strategies to turn the tide of battle. Of course, they aren't essential to cover your teammates' backs while covering the ops and hot lead, but they sure are cool. For the first level of combat, I'm going to be covering long range. I like the Punisher, equipped with Final Judgment, twin Gatling guns that absolutely shred any injustice to pieces. Adjudication, his affectionately named automatic primary rifle. Deliverance, his heavy hitting shotgun as a second option. Scourge grenades, which are smoke bombs that block your enemy's line of sight while propelling you backwards to evade danger. Vantage connection, a zipline to traverse the map easily. And killing turret, a turret that eats enemy health bars as fast as Jeff eats enemies. His passive ability is Warrior's Gaze, which allows him to retain vision on enemies that you've lost sight of temporarily, similar to the recon perks or grenades in Call of Duty. When teamed up with Rocket, you can also unlock infinite punishment to put a switch with an unlimited clip on either of your primary weapons. This playstyle is great when enemies are clumped up on a point or when you want to quickly take out enemy team's healers from a distance so that your teams can focus on the objectives. He also does a lot of damage, so Vanguards and Duelists are no problem. From Magneto to Luna Snow, powers have no match for Hot Lead. He's a popular guy, so my alternative character of choice is Rocket Raccoon, who has 2 primary attacks. Repair mode, perfect for long range healing, healing all allies your projectile orbs are near as they bounce around the battlefield. Bombard mode, which shoots energy projectiles that deal damage out of his minigun. Jetpack dash, which seems pretty self-explanatory. BRB, Battle Rebirth Beacon, which revives a fallen ally and also provides armor and jetpacks for you and your allies. C are the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier, which provides a damage buff to you and allies in the affected area. Bonus fun if you can find Groot to use his team-up ability Old Friends. And passive abilities Wild Crawl and Flying Ace, which lets you crawl up walls and glide, allowing some pretty unique vantage points in the game. He also provides the ammo inventory for Punisher and Bucky. Speaking of Bucky, we're going to move on to our second level of combat, perfect when paired with anybody. This playstyle emphasizes the best defense is good offense, and the Winter Soldier epitomizes that. Equipped with Rotorstern, a 3-shot pistol most effective when dealing headshots, a small magazine is no problem when paired with his passive ability, Ceaseless Charge, granting you a reload whenever his abilities are used. Like Trooper's Fist, a Chidori-like move for any of my Naruto fans, which propels you towards your enemy, closing ground and dealing damage. Bucky has a way of taking control of the battlefield and his opponents utilizing Bionic Hook, his secondary attack, which grabs enemies and pulls them towards you in his cracked ultimate, Kraken Impact, jumping high up in the air and charging his fist to crash down, dealing damage and marking enemies within the area. If you then kill any of the enemies that were marked within the area within 8 seconds, you will instantly charge up your ultimate again. Theoretically, you can use this as for the whole game. Like it's pretty crazy. Moving on to the last style of combat, you guessed it, close range. And who better to get up close and personal with than Magik? Equipped with her soul sword, Magik has no problems cutting enemies down at a close range. A little distance doesn't hurt her either, as she can utilize her magic slash to charge up energy projectiles from her blade. Her ultimate, Dark Child substantially buffs all damage and healing actions for 12 seconds. Did I mention she heals by attacking enemies with her passive ability, Limbo's Might? Limbo's Might has Magik's attacks convert her inflicted damage into bonus health, allowing her to heal while attacking. When taking on a group, you can simply use Umbral Incursion to dash at them, delivering an upward strike upon impact, launching your target and gaining bonus health on contact. With health being a concern, Magik can become a harder to hit target by utilizing her stepping disc, which allow her to teleport a short distance in the direction she's facing. She can hold 2 of these discs at a time, and when used, they grant her access to Eldritch Whirl and Demon's Rage. Eldritch Whirl, my personal favorite, is when she utilizes a far-reaching slash with her soul sword that covers a wide area, dealing considerable damage and granting her health benefits on contact. On the other hand, Demon's Rage is a little bit harder to land, but still a good option, as Magik summons a Limbo demon to ambush her target. The demon deals considerable damage and grants her bonus health with each hit. When playing with Black Panther or Psylocke, she activates her team-up ability, Disc Master, allowing Black Panther and Psylocke to use Limbo Discs as portals, allowing them to rewind time a few seconds, repositioning them and replacing any health loss within the duration. You can use this close-range playstyle to make sure the enemies are always on their toes, while your supports stay at a distance, safe and sound. You can also support tanks, you can also support duelists, you can also just go off on your own and inflict a lot of damage. It's really a versatile playstyle and it's one of my favorites.
Get on him, shorty. Get on him, shorty. Get on him, shorty.
This mid-range playstyle has plenty of benefits, including not only being able to kill enemies at close range, but long range, supporting tanks for easy cleanup kills, or protecting your support so that your team can stay healed the whole battle. This long-range playstyle has plenty of benefits, whether it's holding enemies at bay, clearing out a hallway for your enemies to advance, or providing support for the supports. You have plenty of fun and plenty of lead to dish out. Plenty of options. With this quick guide, I hope this helps you to enjoy the game as much as I have. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like so I can make more videos like this. And tell me who you made in the comments. Looking forward to teaming up with y'all, but for now, go get those victories. The fate of the Spider-Verse depends on it.
I still work double too much. I got fans in the stands, they all screaming my name. Putting flying, playing it safe. Bro, they got choppers and Glockies and tanks.